Christian faith and influences. What is faith? This is an important question that crosses the mind of every young individual today. Hebrews chapter 11 verse 1 says, "Now faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen." Youth often struggle with the concept of faith and how it is relevant to their daily lives. Faith is important because it is what helps us get through difficult moments, illuminating the pathway in times of darkness and strength in times of weaknesses. Without faith, we are nothing. There are many saints who demonstrate what it is like to live a life in faith. Saint Augustine demonstrated through his life why faith is important and how it can help us through difficult moments and temptations in our lives. Saint Augustine has been called the most influential Christian, and his journey was quite an interesting one. He was born at Thagaste in 354 AD. His mother Monica was a devout Christian. Saint Augustine was a convert. From a sinner, he became a saint. From a doubter and denier, he became a believer and a teacher. He discovered God and lived a life full of holiness after his encounter. He reformed and turned away from the worldly pleasures and lived a life that was according to the will of God. It is written that his conversion was twofold: a moral reformation and an intellectual enlightenment. In the case of St. Augustine, there was not only intellectual blindness to be relieved, but moral depravity to be corrected, and this made his conversion all the better. It was as if scales fell from his eyes, and his noble nature was lifted into the serene regions of faith and purity by one and the same operation. He is a prime example as to how we have to live our lives in the fullness of the Holy Spirit and following the will of God. It is important to understand that we will always go through trials and tribulations. They cannot be avoided. However, it is also important to recognize that we have someone with us that can guide and protect us whenever we are feeling pressured by the expectations and traditions of this world. His name is Jesus Christ. In today's day and age, it is unclear what faith is and the importance of it. Much like the youth of today, St. Augustine built his life around what this world had to offer. He did not consider the pleasures and rewards that his Father in heaven had in store for him. Therefore, let all the youth of today learn through the life of this extraordinary man what it means to be a Christian and how we can live our lives for the glory of God.